Hey guys, in this video we're going to be going over how to test products, and this is the method that I use and this is what works for me. And it's a pretty simple, straightforward process. I'll take you guys through it. If you guys have never used Facebook before, it's really straightforward and it's literally just implementing different stuff in different areas. I'll show you guys straight up what I mean, and it's really simple. For those who have tested products before, this may be something familiar to you, or this may be something completely different to how you test it. It's what I do and it's what works for me. So I always do conversions whenever I test, even if it is pretty generic, and then you just call it, whatever your product is, and just test or whatever you like to do. This isn't a CBO, and we're not split testing anything, so you're not going to tick any of that. And then for ad set name, I just like to call it interest, and I'll explain why, and we'll go into that soon. So for your thing, you're going to have website, and then for your pixel, you will always have purchase. Always do purchase. Even if if you are testing a product, you may not have any purchases at the moment, and it'll say it's not optimized for purchase, still do purchase. Cost control, you leave it, and conversion window. This is something that you can test around with. I've had pretty good luck on one day after clicking ad, but typically I just leave it on 7 days after clicking or 1 day after viewing. After this, we're going to come down to your audience, and this is sort of where you might start changing stuff. So if we are testing a product and it's an e-packet product, first of all, what I like to do is go into Google and get the e-packet country list. So to do so, we're just going to write e-packet countries into Google. There's a shopify.com.au or .com, whatever country you are from. If you actually just scroll down, they have all of the currently updated Shopify countries. So we're just going to copy that. And if we head over to add locations in bulk, go to countries, and we're literally just going to paste it. Match locations, and we are ultimately just importing all of the e-packet countries straight in there. So that's going to stay like that. And then we can leave if you already know what type of products, so say your product is a woman's beauty brush or something, we're gonna be mainly targeting 18 to 50-year-olds, I would assume, and it will be more female audience than a male audience. So that's what we'll have set, and you always want to have this box unticked. And we are an English store, so we're gonna have English as the language. So that's for that bit. One more thing is when we come to the placement. So you can try automatic, you can do manual and feed. Personally, I like manual only, and I like to just do feeds. Why? Because unless your ad is more optimized for a story or it's more optimized for a certain placement, it may not, first of all, look and convert as well. So before we hop into that, if we do manual, you want to untick desktop, because most of your sales, when I say most, I mean 99% of your sales will come from mobile. This is because mobile, one, is more impulse, and your store will just be more optimized and set up better on mobile. So we're just going to untick everything but Instagram and Facebook newsfeed, even Facebook Marketplace and the Explore page. Untick everything but those two. So once that's all unticked, you should have more options here. This I can just leave. Show when it's only connected to Wi-Fi, I like to have off if they're using their data. So now here's for the budget. This is the budget of an ad set. So I forgot to just quickly mention, for those who don't know, Facebook ads break down each sort of campaign into 3 sections. You've got the campaign, you've got the ad set, and you've got the ad. So campaign will always stay the same. We're doing a conversion campaign. Ad set is the targeting, and the ad is the actual ad itself that gets sent to your customers and that they see. So for your ad set, people say you can do $5 a day. Personally, I don't think you should go that low. One, it's just not that well testing. And two, we're going to be running multiple ad sets, so you are going to be spending more than $5 a day. So you can do $5 a day per ad set. My rule of thumb is how many ads, so the actual ad you're doing, times it by how many you're doing. So if you're only doing one ad, $5. If you're doing 3 ads, $15. So every ad is $5. So say for this example, we're doing 15 ads. So we're going to have the daily budget on 15. And then now we're going to continue and go over to the ad itself. So this one, we're going to have sort of different hooks. So you can do hook 1 or whatever the hook's called. And what I mean by that, I'll get into it, so I don't want to jump too ahead. But we're just going to add a random media, one sec. Okay, so I added, this was my IG story promotional video. It's the only one I had linked to this one. But for the actual text, so if we just write something here, as you can see, it pops up here. So you want to have a really, really strong hook. In fact, all ad copy should be like this. You should have hook, sort of like an info, and then you should have the offer. So I'll give you a quick sample of one. So let's say we're doing the female brush. So this is like a makeup remover brush. Never get makeup stuck on your face again. Or I really don't know too much about the makeup niche and any actual issues that get resolved with the brush. You can do taking off your makeup has never been so easy. Simple hook like that, and that's what I'm saying by testing multiple hooks. So you're gonna test this hook, you're gonna test the previous hook, you're gonna test another hook. They can be like, this makeup, this revolutionary makeup remover brush cleans makeup in a breeze. Something simple like that. I can't really think off the top of my head. And then you can do something like, get it now. You can do free shipping for the next 24 hours. Or you can do like a get it now at 70% off. Something like that. So that's what your ad copy is going to be like. You're going to have the hook. You're going to have sort of like that info about it. And then you're going to have the offer. So you can test, as in, we want to test 3 ads per ad set. So you can test the ad creative, the actual ad video itself, or you can test the text. And unless you've got ad creatives are kind of expensive. Unless you actually have the product on hand and you actually are taking videos yourself, you might not actually have access to more than one video to test. So if you don't, hooks are the best way to go. If you do have more than one video, test the ad creatives. So we've got our ad creative, and we're just going to put a website in, and then call to action button can be whatever you want. Say shop now. I think it's shop now. And then you literally just press confirm, and now your ad will be running for that ad set. But we didn't necessarily complete the ad just yet. So once your campaign has actually published, you're going to go to the campaign and then go to the ad set. This is what we called interest, and we're going to duplicate it as many times as your budget can afford. Preferably 10 is the best, having 10. So we're going to duplicate, and we're going to keep duplicating this. You know, we can just continue. I think there's a multiple button. We can do multiple at once. Yeah, so if we actually scroll down, we have 6, so we do 7 more. We duplicate it 7 times. So now we have 10 in total. So what we're going to do now is change one thing in the ad set, and that is the interest. So our product is makeup. So if we actually go on Google and search out makeup brands, this will give us the top makeup brands to target. What does this mean? Well, in our ad, and the strategy that we're doing is we're targeting 1 interest per ad set. So if we actually scroll down to the interest, and this is where we actually target people, if we target Adore Beauty, I don't really know what that is, but I assume it's a pretty big brand. As you can see, it's not that big of a brand, but it does now go from 170 million people to people that are women aged 18 to 50 and in the following countries that speak English, that like Adore Beauty. So once we do that, we scroll to the top and we title it Adore Beauty. Really simple like that. Then next, we'll go to the next interest. And we can do like Sephora. I know Sephora is a big one. So we're at Sephora. Go down to the interest. Again, there'll be no interest now because there's a brand new ad set. So we're going to write Sephora. As you can see, Sephora is huge. So we're going to have 54 million. So that's too high of a number. I preferably like 1 million to 10 million maximum. So we're going to narrow it further by having engaged shoppers. Engaged shoppers, it will show you here, are someone who has clicked the shop now call to action button within the last week. So once that's done, as you can see, it narrows down to 24 million. That's still maybe too much. I would test it and see. Again, it is really, really high, but it's very, very targeted and it's very, very broad. So again, you can test that out, or you can narrow it further by doing, and they like L'Oreal Paris or something like that. I don't really know. There it is. L'Oreal Paris. You know, something like further narrowing, or you can leave it. So you're just going to go through and you're going to find interest. So again, we can do another interest is literally, I think, makeup or beauty makeup. There you go. 29 million, a bit too much. We're going to narrow it. Engaged shoppers. Now it's 12 million. It's a little bit over, but again, we can test it and see how it goes. So hopefully you guys got sort of like the gist and the idea of what we're doing. And you're going to do that through all 10 and you're going to publish them. As you can see, they're in draft. You're just going to end up publishing them. So what you can do now is actually, if you want to run more than one, you can test different ad sets. So I probably should have showed it first, but if we get rid of everything besides the main one like we had before, so this is all the ad sets we're deleting, we can actually duplicate this first 3 times. And I probably should have showed you this first, but what we're doing now is we're going to be testing either 2 other creatives or 2 other hooks. So as you can see in this interest, which we originally called Sephora or something, but we didn't publish it, we're going to have 3 of the exact same creatives. So if we're changing the hook, that'll be the hook. We can do the I can't think of one off the top of my head. Say goodbye to headaches while removing. Say good. It's like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of one. Say goodbye to struggling to remove makeup. Or actually, better one. Struggling to remove makeup. Literally short, straight to the point, and that's something that will intrigue female engaged shoppers in the niche. So hopefully this all made sense. I know it's a lot of, a lot of information. It's literally just thrown out and it's sort of not really as organized as I'd say it would be. I've got interest like here, crazy, but I'm just trying to show you, this is the way I like to test my ads. It is a lot of all over the place. It is kind of expensive. Just the one thing I want to clarify, something that I was confused with. See how it says budget $15 daily here? You're not going to be spending $45 a day per ad set. You're only going to be spending the budget on the ad set itself. So for this one, $15 a day will be split between these 3, and it will be spent pretty much evenly. It's not going to be exactly 555, but it will be roughly around that price. So this will help you find out, first of all, which ads and which copy and which creative is the winner and the best, and that's the one you want to focus on scaling. And secondly, if the product is a winner or not. Now, let this run for about 48 hours. If you don't get any sales at all, then it's more likely going to be your product, because you are testing, first of all, 3 hooks or creatives. You can also check the results like link per click. Also like link clicks and seeing how many you got. And add to carts, conversions, and seeing how it all went. If you got some sales on certain interests and not others, kill the ones that didn't and focus on scaling the ones that did. This is the perfect way of testing which interests and ad sets work and which don't, and helps you identify if your product is a winner.